Mukhang gumana yung pag-utos natin kay Secretary Ralph Recto. Konti lang naman, hindi yung gusto ko makuha, pero may binigay siya. So guys, kung gusto niyo mas malaki yung i-take home pay ninyo from your salaries mula sa sweldo ninyo, make sure to finish this video kasi bibigyan ko kayo ng tips kung paano nyo matitake advantage yung bagong tax relief na pinopose ng Department of Finance pati ng BIR. This is one of the rare videos na medyo masaya tayo at positive tayo sa Department of Finance at BIR. So ano nga ba ginawa ng Department of Finance pati BIR? Alam niyo yung mga allowances na pwede ninyo makuha on a monthly basis? Kanyari ng mga rice allowance, clothing allowance, lahat yan non-taxable. Ibig sabihin, pag nakalagay yan sa payslip ninyo, nakukuha ninyo yan ng buo up to a certain amount. Kanyari, 1,000 lang, non-taxable, pero pag lumabas doon, pwede na siyang matax. Yung ginawa nila ngayon is naglabas sila ng order, tinataas yung cap, yung maximum na pwedeng maging non-taxable sa mga allowances na nakukuha ninyo sa sweldo ninyo. Ngayon, alam ko hindi lahat kayo may ganong benefits. Pag-uusapan natin yan kung paano nyo pwedeng makuha. So, para sa mga walang benefits na ganon, make sure to watch. Sa mga meron ngayon, edi good for you. Pwedeng lumaki pa yung makukuha ninyo. So, bigyan ko kayo ng example. And ito na rin siguro what will give you an idea on what are the different types of allowances na pwede ninyong hingin sa mga employers ninyo kapag nagne-negotiate kayo para sa salary increase or kapag papasok kayo sa bagong trabaho tapos pag-uusapan ninyo yung compensation. Kasi usually, tinatanong mo lang, magkano sweldo? Diba? Pero ngayon na na-bring up tong discussion on allowances, magandang pag-aralan natin na tingnan natin so how you can take advantage of it for your career and for your family. So ito yung mga allowances na tinaas. May laundry allowance 300 per month. Ang bagong proposal gawing 400. Employee Achievement Awards na 10,000 per year, pwede nang gawing 12,000 per year untaxed. Christmas or anniversary gifts, 5,000 per year, 6,000 per year na siya. Meal allowance for overtime or night shift work, 25% o dati, ngayon 30% of minimum wage. Medical cash allowances for dependents, dati 1,500 per semester, 2,000 per semester na ngayon. Rice subsidies na 2,000 per month, ngayon 2,500 na per month. Uniform and clothing allowance na dating 7,000 a year, pwede nang magawing 8,000 a year. Medical assistance na hindi pwedeng i-tax na 10,000 per year, pwede nang maging 12,000 per year. Meron din monetized unused vacation leave credits for private employees na dating 10 days, pwede nang maging 12 days. So in short, kapag ikaw ay nakuha ng sweldo mo buwan-buwan, ang una mong gagawin para sa mga nanonood ngayon na hindi pa alam kung paano ba i-take advantage to, is tingnan ninyo yung payslip ninyo at tingnan nyo kung ano ba yung breakdown ng compensation ninyo on a monthly basis. Ano ba yung nakukuha ninyong gross salary? Tapos makikita nyo doon kung meron ba kayo nakukuhang allowances like this. Ngayon, kung wala kayong nakuhang allowances like this, then it's the perfect time to have that discussion with your HR manager, with your boss, para sa susunod na evaluation, baka pwedeng mapasok na yan. Diba? Kasi para mas malaki yung take-home pay natin. Ngayon, para sa mga negosyante dyan, katulad ko, para sa mga businesses, this is the perfect opportunity to see how we can help our employees. Baka we need to review our salary structures, our comp and ben, para mas maipasok at mas ma-take advantage ng mga empleyado natin yung mga tax-free benefits na to. So it's really taking a look at recalibrating kung ano ba yung gross salary na pwede natin ibigay at ano ba yung mga pwede natin ibigay na mga benefits. Baka kinyari sa mga increases next year, pwede nang a mix of increase in your gross salary pati tax benefits. Yung tax benefits, yung mga katulad na gato na benefits na tax-free. So yun yung parang formula para kahit papano maramdaman natin lahat yung tax relief na to. Now granted, sa ako na talaga tatalin ninyo, mas madali talaga tanggalin mo na yung 2% sa VAT para ramdam ka agad na lahat eh. Kasi parang lahat ng tao, hindi naman lahat ng Pilipino may benefits eh. Hindi naman lahat ng tao may ganito. So ngayon, they have to go through hoops pa pero to be able to take advantage of this. But guys, this is what we have. This is what they gave us. And it is foolish to not take advantage of tax relief like this. So let's make the most of it. So make sure to screenshot yung pinost kong picture dyan. Makikita nyo rin yan sa Department of Finance page. Yung list ng mga tax-free allowances na pwede ninyong makuha as a benefit para sa inyong swahod. Diba? And when you argue and when you negotiate for better pay, better salary, better for a new job, yan yung mga itatanong ninyo. Ano ba yung sahod? Ano yung mga tax-free allowances na pwede ko makuha? O, diba? Bagong tanong yun eh. I'm sure wala masyado nagtatanong nun, diba? Pag nag-ano sila ng sweldo, usually tinatanong nila, ano ba take-home pay ko dyan? Ito na yung better way to be able to compute and to try to fight for higher take-home pay. So, bibigyan ko ng mga examples para mas malinaw. Let's say, meron tayong empleyado, pangalan niya Jeff, di ba? Ngayon si Jeff nakakuha ng, apart from his gross salary, meron siya nakukuha ng 2,000 peso rice allowance. Ngayon, yung 1,500 na yun na non-taxable, nakukuha niya. Pero yung 500 pesos na yun, na sobra, natatax yun. Kasi lumalagpas siya sa cap. Pero dahil sa bagong tax relief program na to, makukuha na ni Jeff yung buong amount ng 500 pesos na yun sa kanyang take-home pay. So that's one example. Another example. Let's say, sabihin natin si Ana, tapos nagkaroon siya ng, kumbaga, nagne-negotiate siya for a higher increase pagdating sa sweldo. So instead of asking for pwedeng pahinging dagdag na 3,000 salary or 5,000 salary, a better way of going about it is you can ask for 2,500, sabihin natin, or 3,000 pesos na gross and 2,000 in a mix of different allowances na tax-free. Kasi yung 2,000 na yun, buong-buo mo makukuha pagdagdag sa take-home pay mo kung ikaw si Ana. So ulitin ko lang, for you to take advantage of this, tatandaan niyo 3 things. Number 1, review your current payslip. Understand your compensation. Understand the package that you are getting. Kung walang allowances, make sure na alam niyo yun and note it down para again sa pag-discuss sa HR ninyo or sa evaluation ninyo, it can be brought up. Or pag lumipat kayo ng trabaho, it is something that you can ask for. Sabi nga ni Ernie Baron, alam mo yun, Ray? Knowledge is power. Diba? And this is knowledge that you should all have. Okay? Number 2, you should talk to your HR personnel or a manager kung meron man silang ma-offer based from this tax relief package na ino-offer nga ng DOF tsaka BIR. How can you avail of it? Is it something that your company is looking into? Ask that question. Kasi sayang naman if we don't partake and take advantage of this tax relief program from the government. Bihira na nga lang mangyari to. Let's make sure na manamnam natin at malasahan natin at matikman natin. And number 3, kung ikaw naman yung kumpanya, make sure to review your benefits package so that this benefit can be passed down to your employees. So yun yung 3 things na sobrang important na matandaan ninyo pagdating dito sa bagong tax relief program ng BIR at Department of Finance. Now, having said all of this, I still maintain na the best relief we can give right now to everyone is an across-the-board cut on VAT from 12 to 10%. Yung iba nga is calling for the abolition of VAT altogether. Ay, maging responsable naman tayo. Ngayon, I would just want to add to that proposal since sila Secretary Recto and yung BIR are in a giving mood, di ba? Na tumutulong sila, pati si Presidente. So, ang suggestion ko lang, ang Pilipino ngayon mahilig rumakit. Lalo na yung mga bata. Mahilig silang mag-freelance, mahilig sila sumideline, mahilig silang mag-gig, kaya nga tinatawag na gig economy. So, my appeal to Secretary Recto, to President Bongbong Marcos, as well as the BIR, is can we come up with the program? Baka it doesn't have to go through Congress. I don't know if it doesn't have to. I'll leave that to you. Pero kung meron man senador at congressman dyan na gustong sumikat, gawin nyo to. Marami kayong makuha ang boto. Can we come up with a tax program na yung secondary sources of income, up to a certain amount, walang tax? Pwede ba yun? Baka naman pwede. Kasi rumaraket na nga lang sila eh. Tinatax pa natin. Sabihin natin meron siyang online shop, meron siyang freelance service na ginagawa on the side, meron siyang sabihin natin, vlog na minamonetize. Pwede ba yung mga racket na yun? Yung secondary sources of income, is there a way where we can explore na yung mga yun wala munang tax or up to a certain amount, tax-free? Kasi feeling ko napakalaking tulong mabibigay yun sa mga manggagawa dito sa Pilipinas, lalo na yung mga naghahanap na nga ng paraan para lang umangat. We should reward hardworking people. We should reward people who will put in the time and the effort, the blood and the sweat and the tears to be able to provide for their family beyond their current job. And that relief is something that we can give to them. Kung may nanonood man senador dito at congressman, gawin yung batas yan. Maniwala kayo sa akin. Marami kayong makukuha ang boto dahil lang ginawa niyo yung batas na yan. Para sa DOF tsaka BIR, gawin yan. Susuportahan ko pa kayo para pumogi kayo kahit paano pag gawin niyo yan. Kasi napakalaking tulong yan at napakalaking bagay yan para sa ating mga freelancers, para sa atin mga, alam mo yung mga young generation na rumaraket. Kasi yun na yung nila eh. Ang hirap na nga mag-hire ngayon kasi gusto nila lahat freelance eh. Diba? So, tulungan na lang natin sila and it will show that you guys listen. It will show that you guys, kumbaga, care. And most importantly, it will show that you guys act. Diba? Which is what we appreciate with what you guys did with this tax relief. Well, again, I am super appreciative. We are super thankful that they did it. Kasi pwede naman, di na lang nilang gawin, di ba, Ray? Pwede naman, kebs lang sila eh. Wala silang pake. Bahala kayo sa buhay ninyo. Pero yung fact lang that they did it, we appreciate it. Maraming salamat. Pero baka naman pwede pang mas maraming dumating. Para mas maramdaman natin yung ginhawa na kailangan talagang maramdaman ng karamihan ng Pilipino. With that said, that is our first episode of our relaunch of our YouTube channel. It has been a while since we uploaded, 3 months in fact. But I want to let you guys know that this is the type of content that you should be expecting on the channel moving forward. While you probably come to know me as someone who's loved sneakers, someone who's done technology, the sad reality is medyo nag-graduate na tayo doon. And it no longer ignites the same fire and excitement in me as this type of content does. So if you like content like this, then stick around. We will be coming up with more content and videos. If you guys decide to move to other channels to follow for other types of content, walang problema. God bless you. I love you. Salamat sa pagsuporta while you were there. But for now, this is our channel. This is the type of content you can come to expect from me. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And since this channel ko naman to, ito naman yung YouTube channel ko, pwede ko na ulitin yung matagal ko nang sinasabi, no? Pwede pa naman sabihin. Malayo na yung camera. Pero guys, maraming salamat. Peace. God bless. What's up? Boom.